My guiding advice is take a deep breath. We're all in this together. We need to address what's in front of us, which is, on the one hand, what's this going to cost? And on the other hand, how am I going to take the best care I can of my family and keep it affordable? And that's what we're here to help you with. There is no charge to use High Desert Insurance. We receive compensation from the insurance carrier. We are simply here to help. What the companies in Oregon, the companies that are doing business in Central Oregon this year, are only providing standardized plans where the benefits are set by the state, and where they might have had a platinum plan in the past or a gold plus plan in the past that might have had lower copays or lower cost to access coverage. Now it's the standard plan. It's pretty much an off-the-shelf product. So any gold plan, standard gold plan offered in Central Oregon will be identical regardless of the carrier. The deductible will be the same, the copays for each kind of service will be the same, the out-of-pocket maximum will be the same. Really, the only difference is the prescription formulary. So what drugs are considered to be a low copay versus a high copay? What are at a copay or a percentage? That is one very subtle difference between the gold, silver, and bronze, and between the carriers is what drugs fall into what category for that particular company. Right, the silver bronze plan, deductibles are the same, copays are the same, coinsurance amount is the same, everything is the same. If you pick a silver plan, regardless of the carrier, the coverage is going to be identical. If you want your coverage to be effective on January 1st of 2017, you must complete an application no later than the 15th of December. So the window is November 1st to December 15th for an effective date on the 1st of January. Now, if you wanted to have an effective date of the 1st of February, you have until the end of December to do that. And then if you want to have an effective date on the 1st of March, you do have until the middle of February, February 15th, to do that. Copay is typically designed for you to access certain types of coverage without incurring deductible. So the typical things that copays are for are doctor visits, where you show up at the doctor for visits such as, I've got a cold, or I've got some kind of a need to see my regular physician. That's a copay. It could be anywhere from $15 to $25 to $50 depending on whether you're with gold, silver, or bronze. But those are copays. You don't pay your deductible before the copay, and your copay doesn't roll up into your deductible. So typically, deductible comes for outpatient treatment services and times that you go into the hospital. So that's typically when you're going to incur your deductible. An MRI is probably going to fall under your deductible. A surgical procedure in the hospital is going to fall under your deductible. After you meet your deductible is what's called coinsurance, and it's based on a percentage. So if you have a $1,000 gold plan, you're going to pay the first $1,000, and then you're going to pay a percentage of the charges after that until you reach your out-of-pocket maximum. So on a gold plan, it's an 80-20 plan. On a silver plan, it's a 70-30 plan. And on a bronze plan, it's a 50-50 plan, where the insurance company pays 50%, you pay 50% until your deductible and your percentage, your coinsurance, meet your out-of-pocket maximum. So the network means it's a group of physicians, providers that have a pre-negotiated rate with the insurance company, so that the insurance company knows what it's going to cost when you go to see that provider. They've agreed on the front end what that cost is going to be. And so you're always going to get better benefits and lower costs to you as the covered individual if you use an in-network provider. And that's really the question to ask your physician is, are you an in-network provider with Providence? Are you an in-network provider with Pacific Source? When you're using an out-of-network provider, those costs are not negotiated on the front end, and it could be 40% more expensive to see that out-of-network provider. And if there's no negotiation on the front end, the insurance company is going to pass some of that cost on to you. So network is a term that people need to be very understanding of and very aware of what their carrier's network allows them access. Yes. Each company has a different network or has ability to allow you to access different in-network providers. And so that's something to be very cognizant about. The good news is it's all available on their website. So if you want to find out if your doctor is a Providence provider, you can find that out very simply from their website. It's very easy to do. We can help you determine if your physician is a network provider with any of the carriers, which will help make the decision about whether you want to be with carrier A, carrier B, or carrier C. So if it's an in-network provider, arms are wide open, everyone's happy. And so it is a huge factor to determining, knowing the provider's network, the insurance company's network, that group of people they've negotiated with, knowing who's in network and who's not is really important factor in the plan that you're going to purchase. The way I explain that is if you have a $50,000 hospital bill at St. Charles Hospital, and you have a gold plan, you're going to pay the first $1,000 deductible of that $50,000 bill, and that is your deductible. After that, you're going to pay 20% of the bills until you reach your out-of-pocket maximum, which is your deductible, plus your 20%. Once you've hit your out-of-pocket maximum, the plan pays 100% of those bills up to that full $50,000.